Hi, my name's Greg. I started hearing voices about 8 years ago at age 55, which means I've had about 40,000 hours roughly of voices yapping at me and sort of telling me what to do, what not to do, and kind of generally sort of interfering in my life. But when it started, it's kind of very confusing. It quickly becomes scary. And as soon as you start talking to others about what's going on, it kind of adds lots of complication to your life. Um, because you start getting other people telling you what's going on when they actually aren't experiencing what you are, and that actually of course means that you kind of miss each other. So it's very difficult to talk about. Number one, that's one of the things that I found particularly difficult with the experience, is that it's very hard to put a structure around what's going on that helps people engage in pragmatic conversations about helping each other, and you're likely to need help through this kind of process. Number two for me was that I had a tough time in the beginning for probably sort of 9 months to a year, by which stage I found that actually I was responding to my voices in a way that I realized was actually different than other people that I met in the same kind of situation at that stage, or other stuff that I'd read. And I figured out that what I was doing was I was using my training in neurolinguistic programming, which was something I had learned many years actually before starting to hear voices in the business world. I'm a business consultant, and we use neurolinguistic programming to understand our clients better. And what it also does is it helps you train your thinking. So I found that actually those are tools that I was using. And then sort of fast forward, if you like, for several years, I put a lot of effort into figuring out what I was doing, why I was responding the way I was, how I was responding differently, and then asking how could I actually use that understanding to help others. And I'm at the point now, where I'm actually have sort of begun offering workshops, training people who hear voices and the clinical professionals who support them, and of course then sort of friends and family, people who live with and care for them. I am finding it a bit slow in terms of actually making an impression in this kind of space. I'm somebody who's not from the medical world, coming at this from a fairly different angle. I'm getting a good reception. It's just slow to turn to revenue. I actually had a great meeting today, my second, with the Center for Practice Innovation. It's a collaboration between the New York State Office of Mental Health and Columbia University, and I'm hoping that I might actually get to do some work with them fairly soon. I have some very practical and concrete tools built around neurolinguistic programming that at least two people I've met think are kind of interesting and are perhaps stuff that they could actually use. I'm approaching others. I'm also sort of in the very early stages of conversations with Durham University in the UK. That's another big group that have some research projects on the go. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's what's actually slowing me down a bit, in a sense, is that to do this the right way, it needs to be done properly alongside wellness professionals who are the people that are in the front line and really make a difference. So this is taking longer than I thought. So having diverted myself from my business consulting practice and spent certainly the last 18 months full time on this, I could use any help that anybody can offer. So I'd appreciate that if you can. Thanks. Bye.